decision in BC could be a game changer for the enforcement of distracted driving laws.
Ted Chernecki tells us why a judge's decision to throw out a distracted driving ticket has the potential to change the way the law is applied.
The so-called Colwood Crawl on Highway 1 in Victoria is a favorite spot for police to look for drivers using their electronic devices while moving. And it was here where Patrick Tannhauser was handed a distracted driving ticket last August, but it's a ticket he beat in court by successfully arguing that his company forces him to install an app on his phone that disallows most communication.
The justice of the peace in this case looked at this fellow who had this disabling software in his phone and came to the conclusion that that was not use in this context of this piece of legislation. We haven't seen that so far.
The judge agreed that simply picking up a phone and moving it from one part of the vehicle to another, especially since the screen was dark, does not constitute operating an electronic device while driving.
I need to focus on what's in front of me.
I'm in front of you.
These disabling apps are something ICBC has been studying extensively. They've just completed 2 pilot projects where volunteers' driving habits were tracked and most of the functionality of their phones disabled.
Talking and listening are not the biggest problems that we have. The biggest problems we have involve people's hands and their eyes.
Anyone with an iPhone can turn on Do Not Disturb, effectively shutting down communication while in motion. But early research suggests any app must do more than that. The court ruling, in fact, cites the ICBC study, suggesting BC's distracted driving law is too broad in scope.
And there's lots of reasons to appeal it, and one of it is clarity in the law. This is a relatively new piece of legislation. We don't have a lot of court decisions on it. I would imagine that the government, the Attorney General's office, is looking at it with the view of potentially appealing it.
In the meantime, expect more of the ticketed to try to invoke the defense of, but I had a disabling app installed. Ted Chernecki, Global News.